Free, free, free. Everybody loves free. Hey everybody, it's me Sarah here from Wholesale Ted, and today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video. I'm going to be showing you how you can get free buyers and free traffic to your online store that can make over $100 a day in profit. And yes, as you'll see, it doesn't matter what your store is. You could be drop shipping, you could be doing print on demand, you could even be making your own items. This method will work for you. So some of my subscribers who have been around for a while may remember that I have a friend, Yaro. Yaro is actually the founder and creator of the awesome dropshipping plugin, AliDropship. Well, Yaro built that after creating a portfolio of AliExpress dropshipping stores that were making him about $6,000 a month in profit. And Yaro's success with AliExpress dropshipping is something that I've talked about before on this channel. But how was he making his money? Was it with Facebook ads or Google AdWords or Instagram ads? Well, the answer is none of the above. Instead, Yaro used free traffic sources. His profit was split between two types of free traffic, his Facebook fan page traffic and free Google SEO traffic. Now, given that I was talking about SEO last week, a lot of you will probably remember what it was, but for those of you out there that don't know, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So let's take this mug here. On AliExpress, this cat face mug is selling for $7.48. Well, if we head to Google and do a search for the phrase cat face mug, you will see that Google found over 40 million pages on the internet relevant to the search term. And if we scroll down here, you'll see that Google chose to recommend these websites on the first page of its results. Now again, Google found over 40 million pages relevant to my search term, yet it chose these as its favorite ones and the pages it most recommended. So how did these websites get chosen to be at the top of Google's search results? Well, the answer is that they made some tweaks and modifications to those websites, and those tweaks and modifications are called Search Engine Optimization, otherwise known as SEO. And every single second, Google is processing over 40,000 search results. That is insane. There is so much traffic to be had from the Google search engine. And you know what? It is free traffic. You see, when you do a search on Google, you have two types of results that pop up. Firstly, at the top, you may see these sponsored ads if people have bought them. And yes, to sit here, you need to pay Google. But if we scroll down to these results here, the ones that Google's search algorithm found for us and recommended as the best pages, these websites paid Google nothing to sit here. These are called the organic search results, and they don't have the word sponsored or ad next to them. Google is an algorithm, a computer, a robot. Its mission is to read as many pages on the internet that it can, which is billions and billions. When someone does a search for a keyword, the algorithm looks at all the pages it's read and figures out which ones it thinks is best for you. No money required. If your page is simply considered to be the best for that search term, then Google will send buyers and traffic your way and recommend it for free. So for example, let's come back to that search phrase again I did at the start of this video. Cat face mug. Well, on the first page of recommended results, you'll see that Google is recommending this website, Mugdom. If we click on the listing, you'll see that they are selling this exact mug for a big markup price. And if we check out their product listing, we can confirm that they're dropshipping it from AliExpress because of this shipping disclaimer. Mugdom is an example of a hybrid store. It is dropshipping mugs directly from AliExpress, such as these ones here, but it is also creating and selling its own ones it makes with print-on-demand services like Printify and Printful, such as these mugs here. And every single day, it is getting free customers and free traffic from ranking highly in Google's search results. For example, check this out. If we come back to Google and do a search for the phrase lawyer mugs, we will see that they rank highly for the search phrase as well. And if we come back to the Google search engine again and type in doctor mugs, we'll see that again, the store is ranking highly in Google for the search phrase as well. So I can imagine that a lot of you are saying, Sarah, I want free traffic and I want free sales. How do I get them? Well, good question. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a 4-step tutorial that you can follow so that you can get free Google traffic to your store. But just a warning, this might get a little technical and jargony at times, so I'm going to try to do my best to simplify it as much as possible. And also, you're going to discover that if you want to get free Google traffic to your site, there is a price that you're going to have to pay, and that is with your time. And if you don't want to spend the time to follow these instructions in this tutorial, then I honestly understand. And so in that case there, if you'd like to get faster sales and faster traffic, then I recommend that you download our free ebook, The 6 Steps that Six-Figure Dropshipping Stores Follow to Make Over $10,000 a Month. And it outlines a strategy that big dropshipping stores follow, which is to use low-cost Facebook ads. And you can find a link to download that ebook in the video description below. And one final quick disclaimer, as I've talked about before on this channel, I've had success with SEO. Yaro's had success with SEO. But just because we've had success with SEO does not guarantee that everyone else will. Everyone's results will vary. So with those disclaimers out of the way, let's look at what makes Google choose some websites over others. One of the biggest organizations dedicated to studying Google is a company called Moz, and I'm going to be referencing them a lot in this video. They have studied the Google algorithm and discovered that these are the factors Google considers when choosing which websites it likes the most. Now, these can be broken down and simplified into two main ways that you can keep Google happy. One, structure your website in a way that Google likes. So this is going to involve things like putting lots of words on our pages and using keywords correctly and things like that. And I'm going to be showing you how to do these things in this tutorial. 2, create lots of high quality backlinks. So that's a very jargony word. Let me explain what backlinks are for those of you that don't know. A backlink is simply when another website links to your website. So ahrefs.com has a free tool that lets you spy on what backlinks your competitors have. If we type wholesaleted.com into it, you will see that WholesaleTed has quite a few backlinks. And if we look at what they are, you'll see that we actually have Entrepreneur and Forbes linking to us. Now that's very significant because Google considers Forbes and Entrepreneur very authoritative websites. And so in Google's eyes, the fact that they are linking to WholesaleTed means that they are recommending it. And because Google thinks of those websites as an authority, it trusts their recommendations. Ever since getting those 2 backlinks, our website has gained more traffic from people doing searches for keywords and phrases related to our blog posts. Why? Well, because of the fact that Google likes and trusts our website more now. It considers our website more of an authority. But there's just one problem, isn't there? Getting websites like Forbes to link to you is very, very hard. And that's just the honest truth. Getting good, high quality backlinks is not easy. And there is actually an easy way. The easy way is to buy them, but buying them is very, very expensive. Unfortunately, if we look at the graph of ranking factors created by Moz, you can see that these ones here all relate to backlinks. And so for the Google algorithm, they are clearly the most important factor it considers. But don't worry, because that's why I've made this tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to get Google traffic without having backlinks. Now that's not to say that I'm not going to teach you how to get backlinks. I am going to teach you how to get them later on in this tutorial. And they're going to be free. And they're going to be very high quality. They're probably just not going to be what you expect. But honestly, that's just going to be more of a bonus to give you an edge. What I really wanted to try to achieve with this tutorial is give you a strategy so that you can get Google traffic without backlinks. And for that, you need to do something first. Step 1, identify low competition keywords and products to target and sell. Here's the thing, there are some products and keywords out there that websites that have lots of backlinks just haven't tried to target or sell yet. So you know what you should do? You should find these keywords and you should target them yourself. And so that's what we want to do. We want to find products and keywords to target and sell with our store that people that already have backlinks for their page have not tried to target or sell yet. If the pages that are currently ranking for these search terms don't have backlinks either, then that is a great sign that we're going to be able to compete with them without having any as well. To identify these low competition keywords and products, we're going to simplify the process and use Moz.com's tool, the Keyword Explorer. Now, they call this Keyword Explorer tool free, but it's not free. It's free if you only want to analyze 10 keywords a month, but we're going to need to analyze a lot more than 10. Luckily, Moz has a free 30-day trial to take advantage of. You'll want to get a free 30-day trial of the Medium plan since they will give you 5,000 keyword searches. You can use it to create a huge list of low competition keywords and products and then just cancel before your trial expires. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to my computer now and show you how to use it. Okay, so I'm over here on Moz's Keyword Explorer tool. So let me first of all just do a search to show you how it actually works. So we're going to come in here and type in lawyer mugs, and then go and change the location to be the USA, and then do a search. So we're going to be able to see what the keyword difficulty is for this keyword when the data loads up. So as you can see, it's given us this data. So we can see how many searches a keyword gets, how difficult the keyword is to rank for, what percentage of the clicks on the page go towards the free listings. And there's also the priority score, which is Moz's overall score it gives to a keyword. So the organic click-through rating refers to the fact that for some search terms, Google clogs it up with distracting things like ads and image results. So I did a search for lawyer mugs on Google, and as you can see, this page has images at the top, and it's also got this ad, and so these are going to be taking clicks away from the free organic listings below. So if we come back to Moz, they estimate that around 54% of people will be clicking on the free organic search results. So that's okay, or at least the majority of the traffic goes towards the free. So let me explain this number here though, the number of searches a keyword gets each month. Now this number looks small, and it is. However, keep in mind that if you rank well for this search phrase, you'll also be ranking well for other similar keywords and phrases too. Every month there will be lots and lots of users who are searching for what are called long tail keywords. These are more specific keywords such as best coffee mugs to give to lawyers. That is very specific, and it will only get a handful of searches a month. But all of these long tail keyword searches are very powerful. Combined, they add up to the majority of search engine traffic. It's frustrating we can't calculate how much exists with tools, but we know that there will be a lot of these that we can't track. In addition, keep in mind that with a low competition SEO strategy, your aim is to target as many low competition products and keywords that you can. Yaro had literally hundreds of products listed. Each product may only have gotten a small amount of traffic, but combined it made for a lot of traffic. So what we really want to be looking at when we do a search is less about this number over here and more about this one, the competition rating. We want it to be 35 or less. Now this one is above 35, so it's a keyword I'd recommend avoiding. And so this is pretty much what you do. You just want to come in here and use this keyword tool and type in lots of different product ideas into it and find low competition ones. Now you may be thinking, how do I do that? Where do I get ideas for products to put in here? Well, there are lots of websites that you can use, For example, you can go and browse AliExpress for product ideas, and then you can go and you can browse Amazon for product ideas. And if you're interested in print on demand, you can browse Etsy and see what designs are selling on there as well. Now for me, I got inspiration by looking around the office. I actually saw this guitar mug. It's a staple example AliExpress item on this channel, and I thought, you know what, people often buy this as a gift for friends and family. So what about that? What about gifts for guitarists? And so I came to Moz and I did a search for that. Gifts for guitarists. There we go. And you know what? I discovered that yes, this is a very low competition keyword. Check it out. It has a competition score of just 26, and it's got a surprising amount of traffic too. So this here, this is a good keyword. That means that it would be a low competition keyword, and I thought, well, you know what? This would be a great keyword for a product category page. I could have a product category page that has lots of cool gifts that I found on AliExpress and created with print-on-demand services like Printify and Printful that are aimed at guitar lovers. And I could also do SEO and end up targeting different keywords for all the different guitar products that I end up selling on my site as well. And so my idea was sparked. What if I create a website that sells novelty, fun gifts aimed at different types of musicians? So I had to go and do a bit of deeper searching. And ultimately, I ended up finding other similar keywords. So if we come in here and type in gifts for drummers and let it load, you'll see that yes, this is a very low competition keyword with a difficulty score of just 23, which is kind of surprising because if you look at this, it's got quite a lot of monthly search volume. So I decided to do a search for the keyword gifts for musicians, to check to see if this was viable. And yes, check it out here. It has a difficulty score of 34, but quite a lot of monthly search volume. And so yes, this keyword met our criteria as well, which was awesome. And so I found my store idea. I was going to have a shop with novelty items aimed at different types of musicians. And so this was going to be my store theme. Now, when you are trying to do SEO for a store and you have very few backlinks, it is very important that you pick a theme rather than just going with a general store. And that's for many reasons, but one of the more important reasons is that down the road, when we are adding backlinks to our website, we want to have our backlinks coming from another site that is relevant to the items that we are selling in our store. Google wants to see that you're not getting backlinks from random sites, but other websites that are an authority and that are relevant to the items that you're selling in your store. And so because of this, we want to keep our store themed around one central idea. And so, of course, for me, this was going to be gifts for musicians. Step 2, create and optimize your store for the Google search engine. And of course, now you need to actually go out there and create your store so that you can list the items in it for sale. And while you're creating your store, you'll want to be making some tweaks and modifications to it to make it Google friendly. Now, as part of this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can optimize each of these pages using Shopify. I know a lot of my subscribers prefer WooCommerce, and that's totally fine. Unfortunately though, in this tutorial, I simply don't have time to show you how to optimize both types of online store platforms. And since Shopify is my favorite and the one that I've got the most experience with, I'm going to be using it as part of this tutorial, but you can still apply a lot of this to WooCommerce as well. And if you would like to get Shopify for yourself so that you can follow along with me in this tutorial, I'll have a link to how you can get a 14-day free trial in the video description below. Please note that is an affiliate link. Here at Wholesale Ted, all of our YouTube videos are free, and affiliate links help us keep our videos free. So let's start out by switching over to my computer and showing you how to optimize your product pages. So here's an example of a product page I created. This is a flute poster, i.e. a poster aimed at flute players. This product had relatively low competition, which was great. Again, not much traffic, but given we're planning on adding lots of products and having a go-wide strategy, combined with ranking for related keywords and long-tail keywords, I don't mind this. And this product was actually one that I created on Printful. There were no flute posters on AliExpress, so I had to make one myself. I didn't know what to create, so I went to Etsy and I looked up t-shirts for flute players. This shirt was the most popular, and I thought it was pretty funny. It's a joke about Harry Potter and wizards, and there were other t-shirts featuring the same joke too. So I took inspiration from them and turned them into this poster. Now there are several ways that I optimize this product page for my chosen keyword. Very importantly, this page features over 400 words. For product pages, 400 to 500 words is what you should aim for. Something else I did was I used my primary keyword, flute posters, throughout the product page, but I didn't overdo it. I used it 4 times. I recommend using it 4 times, but don't use it anymore. If you use it too much, you risk Google finding your page spammy. In addition, if you read the description, you'll see that it's just that. It's highly descriptive. It isn't just fluff or filler. I talk about the quality of the paper. I talk about the quality of the ink. I talk about how to best use this poster. By writing a descriptive description, you'll naturally use what is called LSI keywords without even trying. And Google loves LSI keywords, and so it will like your description too. And something else I tried to do was I tried to use my knowledge of writing engaging copy to make this description engaging and fun to read. Now, I had a very limited amount of time to write it, unfortunately, so it could certainly be better, but I did my best to make it engaging for the reader. Google's algorithm is pretty smart, and I can tell you, it can tell if your text is engaging. So that's what I did with this text. Now, let me show you how I updated the website's code in the back end of my Shopify admin page, and don't worry, it's easier to do than you might think. So the first piece of code you could say I added is the image alt tags. You see, when you upload an image to your site, Google can't see it. It doesn't have eyes, but what it can do is read code and text. So what we want to do is add a piece of code to our image. So click this button and then type in your main keyword. So of course mine here was flute posters, and so I put it as the image alt text. And then all you gotta do is click done. And so once you've done that, go ahead and just mouse over each image and click that button and then type in different keywords. You can see for this one, I used the tag funny wall print for flute players. And once you've done that for all your images, we'll just go in and edit the search engine data code. First though, let me explain what we'll be editing. We'll be editing 2 things, the title tag and the description tag. All of these tell Google what they should show when they list you in the search engine results. The title tag tells Google what your title should be, and the description tells Google what description they should show to preview potential visitors to your site. So to edit your search engine code, just come down to the bottom of your product page and click this button, Edit Website SEO. So for your title, I recommend you use 55 to 60 characters. Do not use any keyword more than once and try not to reuse words more than once. I did reuse the word flute a second time, and that should be fine because there's no other word for flute, but if you can, avoid repeating words. And also try and put your primary keyword as close to the start of your title as possible, just like I did. Now the description is interesting. Google doesn't actually use this, or so they say, when choosing whether to rank your site or not. However, people, as in actual humans using Google, use it when picking which website they'll click on, so try and make it engaging. Because one of the benefits of picking low competition keywords is oftentimes your competitors are pages that marketplaces like Etsy automatically generate, and so they have terrible descriptions that are not engaging at all. So this means you have an edge over them in that way. I recommend you have a maximum of 300 characters, otherwise some words may get cut off in your search result. Now there's something else you need to update, and that is the URL. So come in and change it so that it's your primary keyword and separate the words with dashes. So for me, mine's going to be flute-posters. And once you've done all of that, just click save and you'll have created a Google-friendly product page. Here's the kicker though, you need to do this for all of your product pages. And I mean all of them. So yes, doing this will take time. However, it is an investment into your future. I think one of my most favorite quotes of all time has to be, "Do something today that your future self will thank you for tomorrow." I have no idea who said that. Probably a lot of people have said that. But at the very least, those words are very, very wise. So now we've gone ahead and we've optimized our product pages. Let's move on to our product category pages. Remember that for my store, my product category pages are going to be aimed at keywords like gifts for drummers and gifts for guitarists. Your category pages can be an incredible source of traffic. For Mugdim, it's their category pages, not the individual product pages themselves, that were ranking for a lot of their keywords. So let me show you how to do this. Okay, so here is my category page they optimized. This is gifts for guitarists. Now with product category pages, they are a bit different. One of the differences is that Google doesn't expect to see as many words on the page, because check it out. Here is a category page and what it would look like if it had 400 words on it. Absolutely terrible, right? It would be a very bad user experience. And so product pages rank fine without lots of text. Some text helps, but we don't need 400 words. 100 words of optimized descriptive text should be fine. In addition, you'll see that I have links to other products using keywords related to them. This is called interlinking. It's something that Google likes to see on your category pages, and so add 1 to 3 of them as well. So what we should do now is we should come on over into the admin area, and I'll show you how to update the code on your product pages as well. So something a lot of people don't know is that you can add an image to your category page. So if we switch back over to the page, you'll see that it shows up here. So make sure that it's a big high quality image so that it doesn't look pixelated. So go ahead and upload a picture, and once you've done that, you can click edit, and then you can click the edit image alt tag button. And of course in here, be sure to put your primary keyword. And of course after that, you'll want to edit the search engine data code. So come down to the bottom of the page and click edit, the SEO button. And just like before, include an optimized title between 55 to 60 characters, and have your primary keyword at the start of it. Try not to use any word more than once, and you'll want to create an engaging description that will entice users to click on your site. And you'll want to update the URL to match your keyword as well. So as you can see, this URL here is gifts-for-guitarists. And well, with that you're done. That's how you optimize your category pages. Just click save and we can move on to the next step. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to make one more page Google friendly, and that is your homepage. Since your homepage is just going to be your base URL, we will not be editing that aspect as part of our homepage optimization tutorial. Something to keep in mind though, when you are choosing your domain name for your store, is to pick one that signals to Google what types of items you're selling or what your store theme is. My store is called Musical Note Gifts. This clearly signals to Google what my store is about. It is gifts relating to music. So let me switch back to my computer and show you how to do this. All right, so here is the homepage for my store. Remember, my primary keyword for this page is gifts for musicians, as it had surprising low competition. So let's start out with the text. By now you should know that adding text is important to any website, and yes, I've done that here. I've added 400 words of optimized text on my homepage. Now it doesn't look like I've added 400 words of text, and that's because the way I've done it is kind of sneaky. I hid the text so that it wouldn't make the homepage look clogged with walls of text. So, of course, yes, you can see that down here I added in about 200 words of text. This has the added benefit of adding our keyword gifts for musicians into what is called the H1 title tag. We haven't talked about them before because your product pages all have this included by default. It's your product title, and your product category pages have this included by default as well. Again, it's the title of the page. But our homepage doesn't have one. So what I did was inside the homepage editor, I added in a rich text block and made sure to use our primary keyword inside the title. But there is another way that I added in extra text, and that was through the image slider. So if we scroll up, you can see that there is text on the slides, and combined it comes out to just over 100 words. This is an easy way to slip extra words into your homepage. So to do it is really simple. Just make sure that you have an image slider widget added, and then when you add a slide, come into it and then scroll down and you can put your text into these text box here. See the heading and subheading boxes. And this is also a great way to add in your image alt data. So just come to your first image, and then you want to come and click the edit button. And then in the image alt text box, put your primary keyword like I did here. And then you just want to click save. And of course, you should add in additional secondary keywords for your other image alt tags as well, just like I did. And so the additional way that I added in text was I put in 4 featured product collections. And yes, the text on these counts towards the total text on the page too. Each of these was about 25 words, and so combined this page has just over 400 words. And we've got to edit our search engine data code. So come back to our Shopify admin area and click online store, and then click preferences in the sub menu. And on the preferences page, you'll be able to update your title and description. Shopify will tell you your title can be up to 70 characters. I strongly recommend sticking to 55 to 60, otherwise words can get cut off in your listing. And it'll say your description can be up to 320 characters, but again, I recommend sticking to no more than 300 so that words don't get cut off in the search engine. And optimize your title just like before. Put your primary keyword at the start of the title and try not to reuse keywords. And for your description, focus on making it engaging and enticing so that viewers will click through to your store. And of course, just click save and you'll have an optimized homepage. And quick bonus tip when you're going through and optimizing your store for Google, if you've got an About Us page, then I recommend that you add at least 800 words of text to it and that you add 2 images. And why is that? Well, it's because of the fact that an About Us page actually has a lot of similarities to a blog post. And when it comes to a blog post, Google expects to see a lot of text and a lot of images, which leads me to the next part of this tutorial. Step 3, add a blog to your store. There is a little bit of a pattern that you may have noticed while watching this video, and that is text. Text, text. Google likes text, which again makes sense. It's an algorithm, a computer, a robot, a machine. It processes text, not images, and so that is what it processes the best. And in addition to seeing that you've got pages with lots of text, Google also likes to see that you're adding new text to your website, and that is for 2 reasons. 1, it indicates to Google that you're dedicated to making your website better. 2, Google's algorithm tends to assume that new content is up to date and relevant. And so the easiest way to add new valuable content on an ongoing basis is to use the blog feature within Shopify. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to add a blog, and we're going to add at least 1 new blog post to it every week. Unlike with our product pages, images, and homepage, we don't need to pick low competition keywords for our blog posts. So you can pick any relevant topic to write about as long as, well, it's related to your store's theme. And that's because honestly, the traffic that will come in through our blog posts is going to be very untargeted. So it's very unlikely that people who come in from it are going to buy our items anyway. Instead, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be writing and optimizing our blog posts in a way to signal to Google that it is valuable content that we are adding to our site. So let me switch back to my computer and I'll show you how to add an optimized blog post. Okay, so here is a blog post that I've uploaded to my site. It's a blog post that's all about the history of the guitar. So this article is around 1,000 words because blog posts are by nature supposed to be long and wordy. Google expects that, so make sure all of your blog posts are at least 800 words. Aiming for 800 to 2,000 is a good range. Longer is fine, but it's not, usually necessary. And no, I really didn't care when uploading this article about keyword density. My main focus was on uploading an engaging article. And so thus I made sure that it was formatted correctly and spelt correctly. Plus I added in 2 photos. Google can't really see photos, but it knows that they're there, and it likes photos because it knows that users like photos. So make sure you add at least 2 to your blog post. And something else that you'll want to do is to find a relevant YouTube video and embed it in your article as well. Now, it doesn't have to be your video, it can be someone else's video, and yes, before anyone asks, this is perfectly legal. So let me show you how to add in a video by going into the admin area. So here is a new blog post that I'm in the process of editing or adding to my site. It's the history of the piano. So what I did was I went to YouTube and I found a video relevant to my topic. And to embed it, just click share and then click embed. And then you want to copy all of this code here, and then come back to your blog post and then find where you want to add in the video, and then click the insert video button and then paste in the code and click insert video, and then you're done. So in addition, you also want to add a featured image to your blog post, so be sure to get an extra image for that. And I recommend keeping everything else on the page as is. It's absolutely fine. Don't add tags because this can cause what's called duplicate content penalties. It's just safest to avoid tags. And once you've created your optimized blog post, just make sure that you come up and you set it to be visible rather than hidden, and then just click save. And then that's it. You'll have uploaded a Google-friendly blog post. Over time, as you add more and more high-quality blog posts, Google will become more and more impressed because it will see that you are essentially giving back to the internet. Plus, over time, as you add more and more blog posts, they will attract more readers, and if you put effort into creating high-quality blog posts, then they are more likely to be shared, which creates free backlinks for you. However, there is another faster way of getting high-quality backlinks to your site, and that is step 4, create backlinks with social media accounts. So here's the funny thing. Let's come back to the free backlink checker with Ahrefs and do a search again for Wholesale Ted and see which is our most powerful backlink. Now you'd think it would be Forbes or Entrepreneur, right? But nope, the most powerful influential backlink that we have is this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel that we created for free. And so this is how you get free powerful backlinks from scratch. You pick a social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and you create a page on it, and you build it up by posting high quality content, and you build up your fan base. And if you don't want to spend time creating videos, I understand. The lazy way to quickly build up a social media account is to create a joke or meme page on Instagram related to your niche, and in your bio, link back to your store. Reposting jokes or memes doesn't have any copyright issues, and so you don't have to create your own original content. You can feel free to repost already popular images. And because of the fact that they're funny, it increases the chance that they're going to go viral. And the more fans your social media page has, the more of an authority that Google will consider it. Plus, keep in mind, you don't just have to create one. Because these are so easy to make, you could create several. I could create one for guitar memes, and I could create one for violin memes, and so on. And so after you've created your store, it doesn't end there. Remember, each week, add at least one new blog post and build up your social media accounts. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take time, but as your presence on the internet grows, so will your authority with Google, which will increase the amount of traffic they send you, which will increase the amount of sales you make, which will increase the amount of money that you make. So thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it and you're not a subscriber here at Wholesale Ted, you should totally become one because we are constantly releasing new videos with actionable advice on how to build your own money-making business. So be sure to click the subscribe button and then click that little notification bell next to it so that you don't miss out on any of our videos.